The concept of entropy can be used to quantitatively describe the amount of organization, order, in a particular object or arrangement of objects. The greater the degree of organization, the lower the entropy. Organized molecules held together by covalent bonds can also be thought of as containing information. In order to replicate this organization, the specific arrangement needs to be reproduced, and this specific arrangement represents a kind of information. The higher the information content of a molecule, the lower the entropy. More complex molecules have lower entropy and more implicit informational content. DNA sequences consist of specific arrangements of 4 different types of nucleotides, which have 4 different kinds of nitrogenous bases, designated A, C, G, and T. Because of our prior knowledge regarding DNA and the genetic code, we tend to think of these nucleotide sequences in DNA as representing information, but we are less likely to think of the arrangement of amino acids in protein chains as representing information. But this distinction is completely subjective on our part. In terms of information content, complex macromolecules such as proteins do contain implicit information content. Additionally, specific arrangements of enzymes that are embedded into biological membranes, and any complex organic molecules or complex interactions between molecules also contain implicit informational content. This shift in perspective, in which organic molecules of all kinds, not just DNA or RNA, contain implicit information, may seem unfamiliar, but it's an important one because it helps us to get past the limiting assumption that life depends on information that can only be found in DNA or RNA. This will be important when considering the origin of life in the UAHM. The earliest life forms must have depended on interactions between specific arrangements of complex organic molecules and catalysts. These must have evolved prior to the origins of DNA, RNA, proteins, or the genetic code. Presumably, those specific arrangements of complex organic molecules already contained implicit information before DNA, RNA, or proteins could appear.